Hello everyone. Today we will start single sideband suppressed carrier modulator, means how we generate SSBSC signal. So SSBSC signals can be generated by two methods. First is frequency discrimination method, or it is also known as filter method. Second is phase discrimination method or phase shift method, or also known as phasing method. So first is frequency discrimination method. In this method, we first generate a double sideband suppressed carrier signal by using a product modulator. Okay. After this, the double sideband suppressed carrier signal is passed by a band pass filter. Why? Because in single sideband, if we want to generate single sideband suppressed carrier, we have to suppress one sideband of double sideband suppressed carrier signal. We have to filter out one of the two sidebands of it. Okay. So then we use a band pass filter in which the input is double sideband suppressed carrier signal. So this suitable band pass filter will reject one of the frequencies or one of the sidebands, you can say, and it pass only the desired sideband. Okay. Now the design of this band pass filter is quite critical, and so there are some limitation for this method. Okay. First limitation is like in this method it is useful when the message is restricted at its lower frequency, so that upper and lower frequency should be non-overlapping. Okay, you can see here also, here the frequency is non-overlapping. Let's say the message signal in this case start from 300 hertz. So the upper and lower sidebands are separated by 300 into 2, which is 600 hertz. Okay, 300 is the message, so this is the separation twice of m, so this will be 600 hertz. So that's why this is 600 hertz. So I am writing here this separation is of 600 hertz. Okay. So if this is the separation, then we can easily obtain the desired sideband. Let's say in our case the desired sideband is upper sideband. Let's say this is the desired sideband. So we get the upper sideband easily by a band pass filter, because in this case the filter need not have a sharp cutoff. So this filter is simple to design and construct. Okay. But the filter should be highly selective and high Q value. Why? Because you know that you need a frequency stable filter. Why? Because a slight change in frequency will hamper the quality of transmitted and received signal. We studied it earlier. That's why we need a frequency stable filter having high quality factor, having the high selectivity. Okay. So that's why these filters are costly. So we need, remember, highly selective and high quality filter. Sorry. So when, let's say, when this is not a restriction, like our message signal is not restricted at its lower frequency and contain, say, lower frequencies also. So in this case the upper and lower sidebands may overlap. Okay, like in this case. Okay, so if the upper and lower sideband overlap, the message starts from the 0 level. So there is no separation between the two sidebands and they touch each other at omega c. So we need a ideal, means sharp cutoff band pass filter to get the desired upper sideband. Okay, and it is impossible to realize such an ideal filter. Okay, so this is the limitation of this frequency discrimination method or filter method. Next, the next limitation is, if say omega c is very greater than omega m, then again there is a limitation that we need a sharp selective filter and it is complex and difficult to design. So next method is phase discrimination method. Okay, so in this method we are considering the time domain description of SSBSC signal. We know the time domain equation of SSBSC signal is this. Okay, ST SSB equal to XT cos omega CT plus Hilbert transform of XT sin omega CT, plus when we need lower sideband minus when we need upper sideband. Okay, you can take anything, means you can pass the, or you can get the upper sideband, or you can get the lower sideband. Okay, so in this case we have to design a block diagram using this. Okay, so you can see here it has one product modulator and another product modulator. One product modulator has input as message and the carrier, another product modulator has input as minus 90 degree phase shift of message Hilbert transform and minus 90 degree phase shift of your carrier. Okay, so this is the equation on which this phase discrimination block diagram based. So move towards the block diagram. First part, XT passes and omega CT pass through a product modulator. We will get XT cos omega CT. Then here we XT का minus 90 degree phase shift, we will get the Hilbert transform. We will shift cos omega CT means the carrier with minus 90 degree. So we will get sin omega CT, XHT into sin omega CT. We get the second in this part. Then add to, if we want the lower sideband, subtract lower part from the upper, second part from the first if we want upper sideband. Okay, so this is to generate the, this can generate the SSB-SC signal, the time domain equation of SSB-SC signal. So we get the SSB-SC signal. So what is the advantage of this? Here you can see here is no band pass filter like in first case, so it does not require any sharp cutoff filter. Okay, and then next is that disadvantage is that each balance modulator must be balanced, as we studied in the DSB-SC case, because if the balance modulator is not balanced, that will not suppress the carrier. Okay, so practically it is difficult to design. We use a wideband phase shifting network here, and practically it is difficult to design when like baseband extend over many octaves. Okay, so and it is also like when we need that carrier phase shifting should be there, that will provide a exact 90 degree phase shift at carrier, so that has to be taken care also. So this is the disadvantage of this method, and this is the DSB-SC generation all about. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much.